Alright, so today was a pretty good day. Didn't blow any accounts, so that's definitely a bonus. So we got up really nicely very early on, $170. We ended up back down, usual shit, and then we got back up to 165, I think it was, and then we locked out. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Got this bull flag playing out here, targeting that pivot point. Market was quite extended, so, looking at 20-point stops, but the problem was they were like, 20-point stops just weren't where I wanted to put the stop loss. Ideally, you'd want to put it at the bottom of that previous candle. This is the 15-minute chart, though, that we're looking at here, so it's not too bad going where it is. Yeah, again, only trading 2 contracts. We just took one off there, so we've only got 1 contract on there. Yeah, it was FOMC day as well today, so at 7 o'clock UK time that hit and dumped. Right, so we just caught a really nice short, actually. So we see, come on, bastard. Here, the bear flag playing out quite nicely. This was the first candle to actually break previous candles low. We caught about 20 points out of it, so we got in on the break and we got out here. We actually looked at the 10-second chart to sort of get a really good entry, which was just a little green candle up on the 10-second chart, and then it started to dump, so that's why we entered where we did. And yeah, obviously the market's completely reversed that now, so yeah, we could start to chop. And I would actually be astonished if we didn't. This was the last trade that we recorded. This was a shit one. So we've come into this area of supply here, this sort of buy before the sell. We've got a pivot point up there, but we also have we come into the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart, I think it was. So we it was a difficult one, really. It was a bit of a difficult, silly short to take. Realistically, we should have waited until we got back below the VWAP, which is that white line there, before we took an entry short. We sort of jumped the gun a little bit, and it just shot up, continued up. Which, yeah, it was a shame, really. Again, it was a bit of a shame. But yeah, this was the last trade that we recorded. This was losing trade. The rest of them, yeah, I think this was the losing trade that saw us go from being up nicely to down. And then, yeah, I think that, yeah, and then we just stopped recording them because I was like, fuck this. Yeah, so that was that. Might buy another account, because it's like today we were up $170, and really I should have just locked that out, but it's like, oh god, if you lock it out now, sit there and paper trade or whatever, or just watch like that. So yeah, and then it's like, oh, you could make more, but it's like, you're probably not going to, really. I think realistically, trading 2 contracts, making just shy of 200 quid a day is not a bad fucking go of it, really.